Hello, everyone. Hi. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2014 Asian American Pacific Islander year-end ceremony. Woo! My name is Doris Prasad and I'm one of your MCs. I'm a current intern at APERC. APERC stands for Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center, and I'm also one of the co-coordinators for this event.
And my name is Mary, and I'm also an APRIC intern, and I'm a third year, and I'm also your MC for the day. Today we have a very awesome program filled with inspiring speeches from students, faculty, and staff, and a special student performance as well. And after our ceremony, we'll be having a reception outside, so I hope you all can join us.
So, are you guys ready?
Yay! Welcome and congratulations, class of 2014. Woo! Congratulations, you've all made it. Before we start our ceremony, I just want to say a little bit about what the year-end ceremony is. The API year-end ceremony celebrates the student academic success and contributions to the API community on this campus. So thank you all.
So this year's theme, From Dusk to Dawn, Another Horizon, Another Beginning, symbolizes the internal reoccurrence of light, where new possibilities rise above uncertainties. The class of 2014 successfully moved past our personal and uncertainties. And institutional challenges in order to graduate from the UCSC and close this stage of their academic career. And as a Banana Slug alumni, they will take their newly gained knowledge, practical skills, and community values into their next phase of their professional career.
Before we start the year-end ceremony, we have a speaker who would like to speak. His name is Pablo Reguerin. He is the Executive Director of the Educational Opportunity Program at UCSC and the Retention Services as well. He ensures that UCSC students graduate with emphasis on underrepresented students and also first-generation students. He's very passionate about retention and keeping students in school and graduating on time. He is an Oaks alumni and graduated at UCSC with a master's from the Teachers College of Columbia University. So let's give a big round of applause to Pablo Reguerin.
Hello. Again, my name is Pablo Reguerin. I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director for Retention Services and the Educational Opportunity Programs. On behalf of the University of California, Santa Cruz, it is my pleasure and honor to welcome everybody to the Asian American Pacific Islander year-end ceremony. Graduates, we are extremely proud of you, and we're also very grateful to all the families, all the faculty, all the graduate students, teaching assistants, friends, support networks, and everyone who helped you get here. This year's, before I give a few brief remarks, I also want to bring warm congratulations and greetings from the Executive Vice Chancellor, Allison Galloway, and also Alma Cifuentes, our Associate Vice Chancellor and Dean of Students. They couldn't be here with you today, but wanted to make sure that I conveyed their deep admiration and how proud they are of the class of 2014. So again, welcome, congratulations, graduates. This year's theme, From Dusk to Dawn, Another Horizon, Another Beginning. Our MCs talked about how the reoccurrence of light is a symbol for where new possibilities can rise above uncertainty. And graduates, you are the light that shines through. It's important to recognize also that recognize those who've struggled to ensure that our light can shine so that we can shine through. It wasn't too long ago when many communities, including the API community, was not as present at the University of California. Our presence here, our engagement, our success comes from struggle. It's important to remember that. It's important to remember that your graduation and success honors those that really push the door down or kick the doors open for API students and students of color to succeed at the University of California. And that's vital because all of you are California and are the leadership and hope of our state. So I wanted to, recognize again the efforts of inclusion, not only of the API community, but of many other communities. And I also want to encourage our graduates to reflect on that, to celebrate and act. And so I want to just mention a little bit about each one of those. I think reflecting is really important. Understanding where you came from. I'm sure during your time here, some of you may have studied and also reflected on your experience, your family's experience. And it's important to recognize that, your pathway, how you got here, to celebrate this accomplishment. I think that's really important, and I say celebrate because sometimes we can be our own worst critics, and we don't always know how to be good to ourselves. And so I think for the graduates, you guys have worked so hard, you've sacrificed so much along with your families. I encourage you to celebrate and find ways where you can be really good to yourself during this time and that you take the time to celebrate. Also, that you take some time to reflect and reach back and thank those of you that helped you get here. One thing we know about college student success at the university is no one gets here alone and no one graduates alone. It might have been your roommate, it might have been a family member, a faculty, a teaching assistant, a counselor, a peer advisor. But when you reflect and you celebrate this moment, be sure to reach back and let those who helped you know the impact they made on you. One of the things that can do is really keep those people inspired. So I do the reflection, celebrate, take time to let those who supported you know the impact they had on you. And finally, act. And when I say act, when the celebrations are over, it's very important to do something. We have a tradition in EOP that we like to say to pay it forward. And so I typically give all graduates, and I'm going to give you guys some homework as your final homework assignment. I always recommend the graduates take some time, and in this year, in 2014, the same year that you graduate, that you find 3 people in your life, and it could be someone back home, someone in your new career, and if you go to graduate school at your new school, but you find 3 people whose lives you're going to make an impact on. And you can, whether you tell them or not, whether you're going to mentor them, but find 3 people this year, at least 3 people, where you will make the difference for somebody. And then in 2015, select another 3 individuals in your life. And somebody maybe you know really well, or somebody you just got to know, or somebody you don't know. But I think that's really important as a skill in paying it forward. I encourage you to continue doing that throughout your life. And there are many measures of success. Certainly academic success is an important one, and we're extremely proud of your success. But I urge you to think about success in making an impact and a difference for other people, for causes, for things in which you may not have a direct benefit or yourself, but to get involved, get engaged, and to continue making a difference so that as you get further in your life, you can reflect on not only the things you've achieved academically, the degrees, material goods, but that you're able to reflect on the number of people and the number of lives that you've touched. And I think if you do that, you will see how much more enriched your life is. So again, graduates, we're extremely proud of you. Again, it's my pleasure and honor to welcome everybody to this great event. We look forward to hearing your stories as alumni. And again, just wish you all the very best. So thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, Pablo, for your kind and inspiring words. So on behalf of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center, we'd like to award you the certificate for excellence and valuable contributions to the Asian American Pacific Islander campus community. Thank you. So our next up is our keynote speaker today is a professor of education and director of the Center for Educational Research in the Interest of Underserved Students at the University of California, Santa Cruz. He received his BA in history from UCLA, where he was involved and founding of the Asian American Studies Center. He received his master's in the Education College following his PhD in education at Ohio State University, and postdoctoral fellow organization studies at Stanford University. The professor's research focuses on school reform aimed at improving educational opportunities and outcomes for students. From historical underserved communities, his research has been supported by grants from the National Science Foundation, W.T. Grant Foundation, and Spencer Foundation. He was past vice president and member of the executive committee of the American Educational Research Association and recipient of the Roland Campbell Award for Lifetime Achievement in Research, Teaching, and Service in the field of educational and leadership and school organizations. He's been very supportive in the API community at UCSC, spoken at Resource Center events, sponsored APERC interns. So let's give a big round of applause to Professor Rodney Ogawa.
Thank you, Doris. You made me sound a lot more important than I am. Thank you. Let me begin by thanking Nancy Kim for inviting me to participate in this. This is a real honor for me. And Nancy's been after me for several years to join this celebration, but it happens to coincide with graduate commencement, which is occurring right now on a field on the other side of campus. And so I've had graduate students who are graduating, and I had to participate in that. So thank you, Nancy. And thank you, too, for the leadership and inspiration that you provide to the Asian American and Pacific Islander Resource Center. You are truly an inspiration. So, Nancy. and in fact, you embody much of what I'm going to be talking about today, hopefully briefly. In a way, what I'm going to say is really redundant. Pablo has already delivered the talk for me, so Pablo, thank you very much. But let me start my talk by congratulating you graduates and your families. Things have come a long way. When I was an undergraduate at UCLA, my senior year, I was part of the rabble-rousing group of kids, along with some faculty, who created the Asian American Studies Center that still stands and resides in Campbell Hall on that campus. Back then, we could never have dreamed of a ceremony like this, and to see the Asian American and Pacific Islander students gathered for a ceremony like this is really, really heartening to me to see how far we've come. But we've got a long ways to go, as you probably recognize. Graduating from college is an occasion for celebration and for gift giving and receiving, right? I don't know if you've already started receiving your graduation gifts, but I'm sure you will. And so today I want to talk just briefly about gifts. And gifts begin with today, as Pablo was saying. This is a great celebration. Don't take it lightly. This is a really important moment in your lives and your family's lives. As a kid who was the first kid in my family to attend college, and now as a professor for over 30 years, in looking back, I have a full sense for just how important today is. So take every moment, cherish it, celebrate it with those you love, and celebrate it with yourself. Give yourself a hug. And what we're celebrating is another gift, and that gift is you as an individual. Because we know biologically, even though our universe started 14 billion years ago and has been sort of moving forward to this point in time, in this space, that there has never been another person like you, identical to you, and there never will be, ever. That makes you a gift. And so where does that gift come from? Well, because others gave you gifts. Right? But on a purely biological level, if you think back to your ancestors, beginning with your parents and your grandparents, and then the numbers explode. Every one of them has touched your lives in ways that you can't even recognize. So if you stop and think for just one moment, think about one characteristic you have that you might have inherited from somebody down the line. Just think of one characteristic that really embodies you for a second. Think. That's what makes you special. That's part of your gift. But it's not just biological that makes you special. Your life history makes you special. Everything you've experienced from the moment, essentially, of conception on has shaped who you are. That's why identical twins who share identical genes aren't really identical people. If you've ever known identical twins, and I grew up with a pair of sisters they weren't my sisters, but they were neighbors, who were identical twins, but it wasn't too far into their lives before I could recognize Jeanette from Janice. Not just because of their physical differences, which were slight, but because of their behavior. And it's because their life scripts were different. And so one of the reasons you're a gift to the world is not just because you're biologically distinct from any human being who will ever walk this planet, but because your life history is distinct, even if you had an identical twin. And those things, like your biological gifts, were gifts to you from people with whom you've interacted. Family members, friends, and some people maybe that you haven't even known. So again, I ask you to stop and think for a moment about someone or some experience just in the last year, your senior year, that has shaped your life. Again, that's an example of what makes you a gift, what makes you special. But I read someplace, and I agree strongly, that a gift isn't complete until it's given. So you're a gift, but it's not complete until you give it away. Think about it, right? If you have your best friend is graduating and you buy them something you know they would die to have. And because you're their best friend, you and nobody else probably knows that this is something that they cherish, right? So you go out and you either make it for them or you purchase it for them and you put it in the closet and forget about it. Okay? It's not a gift until it's given. And so, again, this goes back to another point that Pablo made, that the gift that you are becomes real when you begin to share it, first with yourself, by recognizing, polishing, burnishing, perfecting who you are, and what you stand for. So give yourself that gift. It was something that Pablo was talking about when we talked about reflection. I mean, think about it. Think about those moments. Think about a big moment that you faced recently. Final exam, a big sporting event, a date with somebody you've been waiting to go out with for a long time. Do you remember that moment where before you engage in that activity, you take a deep breath and you gather yourself? Well, that's you getting in touch with the perfect you to get ready to engage life and to begin to give. And this is where I think Nancy sort of epitomizes this. Nancy, as the director of the Resource Center, is a person who has taken stock of her gift, and every day, every minute, every second is giving to others. And I would ask you to think how, from the very smallest ways, by telling someone that you really care about, that you love them, to touching them on the shoulder when they need it, to launching an international project to save the world, and everything in between, is a moment when you take your gift, which, as I said, is really special. It's one of a kind. It's not once a generation. It's once in the course of the planet, and translate it into action to be able to share that gift with others in your world, beginning with yourself, your family, your friends, and then the world. Which brings us back to the gift of today. And as the theme for today, from dawn to dusk, another horizon, another beginning, your journey as the perfect you and as a gift that you will share with the world begins today. Celebrate it. You've reached a horizon. You're graduating from UC Santa Cruz. And believe me, in looking back, I still wear blue and gold because being a UC kid is really important. Take stock of it, celebrate it, enjoy it, take a deep breath, because it is only the beginning of marching towards the next horizon when you give even more of yourself to those you love and to the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Rodney Ogawa. On behalf of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center, we would like to award you with a certificate for excellent and valuable contributions to the API campus community. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we have a very special performance from Isang Imig, who is a multicultural a cappella group housed under the Filipino Student Association. Isang Imig means one voice in Tagalog and composed of passionate and talented individuals. They celebrate the beauty of diversity and uniting through music, song, and harmony. So let's give a warm welcome to Isang Imig.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Although this way is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, you'll be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home.
Jong and Mig. They were amazing. They were amazing. Let's give another round of applause for them.
Should I start singing?
I think you should start singing, Doris. Maybe, I don't know. No, actually, our program's pretty full. You can probably sing after, during the reception, maybe.
Meet me at the reception.
Yeah, reception. Okay, so stay tuned. Dora's gonna sing during the reception. Yeah, so before we start handing out our senior sashes, we have some senior speakers who will be speaking, and so let's give a hand for that. We have 3 senior speakers.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maichua Vang. I'm a 3rd year here at UCSC. I've also prepared a little spiel, like my little cheat sheet on my laptop, so just ignore that. And I'll be reading off of it. I will be introducing the senior speaker, Becky Zhang. I can't really recall how we met, but one clear memory that I had about her was my freshman year of ISHE, the Inspiration for Students of Higher Education of 2012, as she was facilitating the river activity. And my initial thought that I had was I started to realize her presence more at the Hmong Student Association space, and it was like a crazy amount of knowledge that she had about the university that really drew my attention. I thought, man, how does she know like all these different knowledge and information about the university? It was really crazy. She was bold, daring, confident, and outspoken. Nothing like others that I've ever met, and one of the most very different people that I've met before. She was different. In her 4th year, I had the opportunity to work with her in the Hmong Student Association space community. And in that year, she surprised me even more with her knowledge and skills because we really got to work together during that year. I had learned that she has had many experiences with the university resources and had been a part of the community space at some point in her college years, such as E-Square co-chair, a part of the E-Square space, E-Square in the house, HSA ISHE coordinator, and HSA co-chair in the Hmong Student Association space community. With all these and many more spaces that I have not remembered or know about, I saw how she grew and learned so much about the university and what it provides, such as SOAR, resource centers, such as APIRG, colleges, senates, etc. And she knows about them all, and probably many other spaces that I do not know much about, as well as doing her best to maintain the HSA community space to dwell and bloom as she had dreamed. Although it has only been about 3 years since I've known her, it feels like forever, and within those years, I've learned so much, which I am proud of myself to have gained in what you have taught me, Becky. One of my greatest experiences working with her was her support and me as another officer that I was working with her to plan the HSA year-end ceremony last year. She was like another advisor or counselor to me who had guided me through my planning process with things that I do not know or think about, and someone I can definitely go to, but mostly a great friend that I will remember for the rest of my life. With the amount of knowledge that she has passed down to me during my college years, I would never forget. I've also had the chance to really just chill with her this year, besides being in the working space, such as eating macapuno ice cream, watching our favorite singing YouTubers. That was really fun, and I will hold on to the memories that we had and the academic knowledges that you have provided for me. Your hundreds of involvement within this campus will remind me to motivate myself in becoming an active part of education. And I hope that as you go on after graduation, that you continue to be who I've known you to be, to keep that strong voice that you already have for your community and yourself. I would like to take this time to say that I am very grateful to have you as a part of my life, and I thank you for the many supports and advices that you have given me, guided me in my college years so far. And lastly, I'm honored to have had this opportunity to introduce you for this American, I'm just going to say APIRG, for this APIRG year-end ceremony as one of the senior speakers, Becky Zhang. Can we give a warm welcome to Becky Zhang?
Hi, everybody. That was a really nice introduction. Thank you, Maichua. She came very prepared. So I'm very nervous. I don't think I've spoken to this much people in a really long time. So please bear with me. I think the first thing that I want to do is just thank the APERC space, definitely for having the ceremony, and Nancy Kim for leading all the APERC interns, whether you're a current intern, you're gonna be continuing intern, or you've been a past intern. I think it's been really great that APERC has been here to foster that kind of group and those people, because that's definitely something that I've taken away as an experience here, is like, excuse me. That's definitely an experience here that I've taken away, is that student organizing is definitely what shapes us to be who we are when we walk off the stage. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, okay. We are all artists, creating the greatest masterpiece of our lives, and we make plenty of mistakes during that artistic process. But you all know what? Sometimes those mistakes are the hurdles we have to overcome and make each and every one of our art pieces become even more beautiful. It shows others it shows others who we, you, and I are in our rawest forms. It teaches us that life is like a piece of art, and you have all the controls in the palm of your hand, and the passion in your heart, and the knowledge in your mind and soul. My journey began when I stepped foot on the Oprah's Fall Festival field, and I saw the Hmong Student Association table, and they were there, glowing, waiting for me. And back in that time, the Hmong Student Association was only made up of like 15 people, and now we're up to like 70 people, and it's amazing. I started off as a Nachia dancer. Nachia is the traditional dance group that we have for the HSA space, and that's where I learned how to dance. That was the first time that I was actually performing, engaging with my body, moving across the stage, and just really learning what it means to be friends with my other dancers, and what it means to be working as a team. And I remember performing for CCN. That was our first time on stage, and in front of a crowd of people. And we had I picked some flowers off of College 9, their flower pots, and we stuck in our hair, and we were dancing, and then we walked off the stage, and it was so amazing because we saw upperclassmen there, and they're all supporting us, and it was just the most rewarding time of our lives, especially in our first year. And that's where I was able to create my art piece, and I started molding my arms and legs and my torso, my chest, and I learned how to move. And then the following year, I became Aishi coordinator. And it was amazing. I made that word up. It's crazy and amazing combined, so it's amazing. So it was definitely amazing. It was amazing. I don't know. I coordinated by myself that year, and it was the first time that I've ever done anything that big. And Aishi for us, for HSA folks, it's the baby. It's like the baby that we've created. And for those of you who don't know what Aishi is, it's an outreach program. And any of the other outreach programs that you all have volunteered for, had the opportunity for, it's all really similar, and we share a really similar passion for the work that we do. And that's definitely where I found my passion. My passion and my love, and that's how I was able to mold the heart of my masterpiece. And that year, I also got the chance to sit on the East Square Board of Directors. And that was the first time I was really able to be exposed to a diverse group, and realizing that there's so many student organizers from all different spaces, and we're all doing the same thing or different things, and it's amazing at the same time. And it was really a great space, and I feel like that's something that we forget when we walk away from the university, is that there's a lot of folks that we leave behind, or that we leave a legacy with, and we don't remember that, or they don't remember us sometimes. And I think with Aishi, I really learned how to see that and really understand where love and passion for organizing came from. And then the following year, sorry, I'm building my masterpiece here for you all. The following year, I was East Square co-chair, and that's where I was scared out of my mind. I just remember applying for it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, woohoo. And then I got it and I'm like, oh crap, what did I get myself into? And I was like looking at everything, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting stressed out. But I think what guided me in that situation was really courage. And a quote from Maya Angelou is that courage is the most important of all virtues. You can't practice any other virtue consistently without it. And I think courage definitely guided me, and that's when I was able to mold my mind and my soul and really accept knowledge and understanding of like different perspectives. And that also helped me mold my neck, so I can turn to see the different perspectives and the diversity within the space. Being in E Squared, we were able that year to sign a memorandum of understanding, it's a MOU, with the Chancellor Blumenthal to secure 5 years of funding for our youth outreach programs. And those of you who've been a part of ASF, DHE, or Orale, like that money was secured because the eSquare space really worked hard to make sure that we secured that money. And that was also the space that I really learned how to reflect on being a student leader and really understanding the hierarchy that we have sometimes when students are working with staff and faculty and professors. Like we have to move away from that kind of perspective. And I think being in E Square that year really challenged me to understand the larger perspective of what it means to be a really strong student organizer. And that doesn't mean like your voice is shut out, when you're sitting at a table with admin. It means that your voice should even be 10 times stronger because you're representing the whole student community. And that leads me to HSA co-chair, which was the following year. And I think HSA has always been a very sacred thing to me. And it really taught me how to understand what community means. That was the first time I was able to really put in practice the creation that I had made, which was myself. My arms, my legs, my torso, my chest, my heart, my mind, my soul. I painted the picture for you all here of what I've been able to do for myself. But I want you all to remember what you did, the experiences that you've gone through to shape you that shaped your masterpiece. Because we're all artists, and what is your masterpiece? We make mistakes, but you know what? Sometimes it just makes your masterpiece even awesome because you drew a stroke out of the randomness part in the canvas, and that stroke became something beautiful. It became a flower. It became you. It became your family. It became anything that you wanted to be. And I want you all to just take away with you and bringing it back to our theme, from dusk to dawn, another horizon, another beginning, is that success is liking yourself, and liking what you do, and liking how you do it. So when a new horizon emerges, a new beginning will await you. And that's where we're headed. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eliza DeCastro, and I'm an incoming third year here at UCSC. I have the pleasure and privilege of introducing you guys to two outstanding graduates, Katrina Batanga and Katrina Pontig. I met Katrina Pontig when she co-facilitated a class that I took last year called Filipino Historical Dialogue. The following year, gosh, they're crying. She became one of APRIC's interns and coordinated this year's Heritage Month, disrupting the model minority myth. And Katrina Batanga, she was also a Filipino Historical Dialogue coordinator as well as an APRIC intern. She also co-coordinated the Kuya Ate mentorship program under the Filipino Student Association, where she was my own personal mentor.
Um, and this year she served, as this year's external co-chair of the Filipino Student Association. Both Katrinas have definitely made an impact in my life. The fact that they were both former Filipino Historical Dialogue coordinators, they both encouraged me and supported me to do exactly the same. So this year, without their love and support, I was one of the co-chairs for, co-coordinators for the Filipino Historical Dialogue class. And so to Katrina and Katrina, thank you so much for the, ooh girl, don't worry about it, and the, it'll all be okay. I would not be standing here today. And I know that you have both left an impact in all the communities and organizations that you've been a part of. So please give a warm welcome to Katrina Batonga and Katrina Pontig.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katrina Batonga.
And I'm Katrina Pantig.
So, so I think it's really great to share the podium, I guess, with Katrina. I think we're often colloquially referred to as a package deal. We're twins in a lot of ways. Obviously, I think our student involvement, or our involvement with student organizing is pretty similar, but to kind of reflect on what Professor Ogawa had said earlier on twins, our life scripts are different, and so too our collegiate experiences. So even though we're up here, I think we're going to give two pretty interesting insights into our experiences here. So with that being said, I'd like to just say good afternoon, friends and family, and to everyone who helped make this possible. I just have a few things I'd like to say, and I wanted to reflect on my own personal experiences working in Asian American student leadership, especially as an intern with the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. And I wanted to celebrate in particular the various instances I've witnessed student organizing intersecting with the work of others on this institution of higher education. I joined APERC when I was still very much gathering my bearings at this school, having applied in the spring quarter of my freshman year and getting into the nitty-gritty of it all in September as I was entering my second year. I knew very little about what it was that APERC was going to do, but I did have a pretty strong command and understanding of the mission statement. And so I'm just personally really honored to have had the opportunity to work in this space and to grow so much during my time here. I was pushed to apply by my friend Chai, whose selling point was, you should join APERC, they'll feed you. And she was totally right, especially when you consider those blue APERC t-shirts that say, get fed, get connected. Not only have I been quite literally fed by being offered snacks or leftovers from an event in the ERC lounge, but I've also been fed intellectually and spiritually so often over the years, from the chicken soup for the soul kind of conversations about race, social justice, and community activism that are had in that space with folks who are just as committed to enriching the communities that they serve. It was during this first year as an intern that I was introduced to what it meant to be an API advocate for social justice. Our keynote speaker for the 2012 Heritage Month was Jose Antonio Vargas, who's coming out as an undocumented Filipino. He had written in an article for the New York Times that was published the previous year. It was also a topic of interest I really wanted to explore during my internship. When he spoke at the Cesar Chavez convocation that year, I remember talking to him briefly and fangirling because he even joked with me. It was really great. And this is all before he went to go speak. The event, which was a collaboration between El Centro, the Chicana Resource Center, as well as APERC, served as a model for the approaches I think are so necessary to this campus and to students who organize on it. Collaborations and perhaps coalitions more broadly are designed to shed more light on issues that invariably affect everyone else. They illustrate that our issues are not solely our own. And I think often we turn to a specific person, a leader, or what have you to shed light on issues that affect us, but I think this is not simply the case. Jose Antonio Vargas had even disavowed his status as a leader, an advocate, and activist. I'm a storyteller, I'm a journalist, he said. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying as much as I can to tell the fullest story on immigration. And for us, many people in this audience are student activists, student leaders, student organizers, people who invariably, including the staff and the faculty at this university who are charged with the mission of producing a positive impact on someone's life. And this is all just part of a larger narrative that we're all a part of. I think this exemplifies what APERC has done for students and activists on this campus. APERC has been the bridge that helps bring the fullest story of API life on the UCSC campus. For me, APERC and the communities I've been involved with over the years, especially with the Filipino Student Association, helped me garner a fuller understanding of myself and the world in which I live, because the many dialogues I've engaged in about issues, both historical and contemporary, that affect both myself and my peers in the larger world. So with that being said, I just wanted to let you contemplate on that, on the spirit of collaboration, and really take that to heart. And with that being said, to the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center, to Nancy Kim, my Korean mother, my home away from home, to the interns I've worked with over the years who have already graduated, to those of you who are about to graduate, and to those of you who are still working towards your degree, to the communities that I've been a part of, to my peers, and to everyone standing who have helped make this possible. Thank you for engaging me in these conversations. Thank you for letting me be part of this larger story, and thank you at the end of the day for allowing me to grow, to build, and most of all, to succeed. Thanks. You got it.
Can everybody hear me? Hi. So again, my name's Katrina Pantig, and to continue on with Katrina's first half of the speech, I'm really nervous as well. Like Becky said, I talk so much in front of large groups that when you do something like this, it's really different. So bear with me. So I'd like to start off by sharing some words from the late Yuri Kochiyama, may she rest in power. Life is not what you alone make it. Life is the input of everyone who touched your life and every experience that entered it. We are all part of one another. Yuri Kochiyama's legacy of human rights activism has largely shaped the broader Asian American Pacific Islander community of students, leaders, intellectuals, and activists. I believe this sentiment exemplifies what is at the heart of APERG's mission and purpose, and it is both meaningful and empowering. Although each of our individual experiences with APERG vary, some of you have been interns and spent hours in the office planning events, going to meetings, doing everything. Many of you are affiliated with an AAPI student organization and are community members. Some of you volunteered maybe a couple of times at the big events and really did the behind-the-scenes stuff. With that said, what we all share in common in regards to our involvement with APERG is that each senior standing before me is part of the legacy of what has made this space enriching, engaging, and community-oriented. This past May, for instance, we as a community grappled with disrupting the model minority myth, where we challenged this widely accepted and essentialist narrative of Asian American Pacific Islander success that states by nature, we are smart, hardworking, and successful. So if we can do it, then other folks of color should be able to successfully transition and assimilate as well. As one of this year's Heritage Month coordinators, I'm honored and grateful to APERG for affording me with the tools, resources, love, and guidance to organize a series of events on this campus that interrogated that notion of what it means to be a model minority. It is through this very space that I've been able to actualize some of my goals in terms of leadership development for my peers and myself, as well as efforts towards social justice. And this has all been done in collaboration with different AAPI student organizations, graduate students, and faculty. Through APIRG, we have all been able to continually engage in creative and meaningful ways of understanding ourselves, one another, and our histories. We did that together. The best memories I've had as an intern this past year include witnessing genuine connections between student organizers and community members, feeling and seeing the sense of communal learning between faculty and undergraduate students, seeing dancers huddle up and get together before they're about to perform at an event, meeting new student leaders who are just absolutely full of energy and excited to do work, to serve, participating in dialogues pertaining to historical and contemporary issues within the AAPI communities, and just all the amazing individuals who wanted to find a way to get involved. So they sent me an email or showed up for the first time to a committee meeting or an event, which is really hard to do for some of us. It is in those instances that APIRG has achieved its purpose, which is clear to me because we are all not just a group of disconnected seniors that get to participate in the ceremony, but we are an interconnected collective of passionate leaders, brilliant minds, and inquisitive beings who are ready to change and be changed by the world with our knowledge, education, and everything else we have gained from this university. And as we leave this institution of higher education, we bring with us the stories of struggle, sacrifice, and the ambition of our parents, families, and the people that came before us. In doing this, remember that we are also leaving with a much deeper sense of community that models this rich experience of life painted by Yuri Koshiyama. We are all part of one another. To conclude what Katrina and I want to say to you, I want to kind of pay forward and give thank you to the different communities and people who have brought me here, and leave you with one last sentiment before we graduate and get out of here. So many of you are probably familiar with the African proverb that talks about that it takes a village or a community, if you will, to raise a child. And I definitely think, and I know that Katrina can agree with me, that I'm one of the poster children for that. So I wanted to say thank you to my communities here, APIRG, to the Filipino Student Association, to my mentors, Nancy Kim, for seeing my path before I did, and knowing how to be there for me, knowing how to guide me and help me out. Woo! To my family, who are all here. For always believing in me, standing by my side, and being so patient for this day. And I know we can't believe it that it's finally here. And to the graduating class of 2014, I hope I also leave you with this: that you are beautiful, you are meaningful, and you have so much to give the world. So just own that power, know it's your responsibility, and in that process to always, always carry that value that APIRG has personally instilled in me, which is to continuously love and respect one another, because it's not just about ourselves, right? There's so much else going on. So congratulations to the class of 2014. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're done.
Let's give another round of applause to the senior speakers.
Thank you, senior speakers, for sharing your emotional. I mean, it kind of got me into tears too. Congratulations. And
Up next, we have a speaker for the Christy Trin Millarney Presenter Award. T. Nguyen is the previous year recipient for this award. T is a Vietnamese student association. She was the Vietnamese Student Association's president last year, and was very active in student community. During her year, she She established ties with the Kresge service learning community and held the VSA charity show, raising $2,000 for the Children's Educational Foundation in Vietnam. She recently traveled abroad and graduated a year early and is aiming to get her master's in social work at. So please give a warm welcome to T.
Hi. So before I present this award, I just want to talk about the student award real quick. This is Christy Ann to Trin Millarney Student Award seeks to recognize a graduating UCS student who shows commitment to educational achievement and helping the Vietnamese people. Christy Trin Millarney graduated in 1990 from Muir College with a double major in politics and East Asian studies. While at UCSC, she served 2 years as president of VSA, Vietnamese Student Association, and continued her dedication to improving the lives of Vietnamese people. Her graduate school research focused on refugee policies and Vietnamese refugee camps in Hong Kong, where she did hands-on work in 2 Vietnamese refugee detention centers. This year's recipient of the Christy Trin Millarney Student Award is Christine Doe. Can you please come up here? Okay, so Christine Doe is one of my dearest friends, one of the best people I know. She's a sweetheart, and you're so easy to love. She's the type of person that steps out of her position and does more. She's always stood by my side and rooted me on and supported me. And it's such an honor to be here today to congratulate her, support her, and root you on. Christine Doe majored in language studies with a concentration in Japanese. She's affiliated with Kresge College, where she is very active. At Kresge College, she was an orientation leader for 3 years, helping new students transition to life at UCSC. And she also organized events at the college as a program assistant. Christine was also involved with the Vietnamese Student Association, volunteering with our community service projects. And she performed at the charity show for 2 years in skit, a traditional hat dance, and the lantern dance. Being a college member in Kresge helped VSA get involved with the service learning community as well. Her professor, June Jordan, described her as one of the top students and that her work always proved thoughtful. Christine plans to continue to graduate school and focus her research on Vietnam. Please help me in congratulating Christine Doe.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much. I feel really. Thank you. I feel really honored to be standing here and receiving this award. I'll keep it brief because I know we're all really excited to be getting our APERC set as stoles. I'd like to thank my mom for her unwavering support, T for persuading me to join VSA my junior year, and my professor, June Gordon, for helping me deepen my understanding of Vietnam, as well as Vietnamese students, whether far or close. Thank you.
So moving on, now I would like to welcome Nancy Kim and Rodney Ogawa back on stage to present the sashes to the seniors.
Ken Chain, who is a graduate student. Ken Chain is a graduate student receiving a graduate degree in Masters of Theater Arts.
Joe Liu, Oaks affiliated.
Thank you to all my cousins, and thank you for everyone here, APERC 2014.
Joe Liu, affiliated with Oaks College, major in environmental studies and economics.
Angelique Sanchez Espash.
Thank you to all family and friends, and much love to all the Asian orgs.
Angelique Sanchez Espacio. Stevenson with a BA in psychology.
Thank you to my family who couldn't be here today, but also thank you to the Rotaract Club. They became a second family here for me at UCSC.
Angela Tang, affiliated with Merrill College, BA in anthropology.
Thank you to my boyfriend and his family, as well as UCSC Rotaract and UCSC Anthropology Department.
Nicole Kong, College 10 with a BS and MCD Biology, minoring in Bioinformatics.
Brian Leland, affiliated with College 10, BS in Human Bio.
Yeah, Chai. Alicia Tao Chow Sai with a BA from Oaks Feminist Studies.
Thank you to my sisters here for me today.
Emily Farukua, affiliated with Oaks College, BA in psychology.
I just wanted to say thank you for my family for coming out, and congratulations, class of 2014.
Christine Doe. Kresge from College Kresge, BA in Language Studies.
The third, okay. Leo, Vicario, Anna. Shout out to my brother Dom. Thank you for being here. And my VSA fam that's here today also. VSA loyal, woo!
Anna Cleto. Leo DiGario, Anna Cleteo III. Affiliated with Oaks College, BS in Cognitive Science.
Shout out to my family, especially my sister and her gummy bear, and of course Isang Himig, you're my heart, you're my soul.
Katrina Patanga, Stevenson with a BA in Politics and Sociology.
Mom, I'll pay you back for this $120,000 loan that is college. And also a quick shout out to the hashtag BBOE.
Katrina Pittig, affiliated with Stevenson College, BA in Sociology.
Thank you to my close friends and family for being here with me through these crazy 4 years, and congratulations to the class 2014. Woo!
Becky Shong from College 9 with a BA in Politics.
Thank you, Tunua, for your unconditional love and your support. Kuluka, taishine.
Oh, that's so cute.
Elizabeth Yang, affiliated with Oaks College, BA in Business Management and Economics.
I'd like to thank my friends, family, God, and Adam, and myself most of all.
Maiku Vu from College 10 with a BA in Art.
Thanks to all my friends, family, and my partner, Sai Yang, and especially to HSA. Woo!
Sai Yang, affiliated with College 10, BA in Legal Studies.
Thank you to my friends and family, and HSA and my partner, and Ocho Nahatse.
Bao Vang from Merrill with a BA in psychology.
I just want to say thank you to all of the different organizations I've been a part of or program, EOP Bridge, as well as E Squared and HSA, and all of my friends and family that are not here yet, but they will be here for my graduation.
Sambathani Chen, affiliated with College 10, BA in American Studies, and minor in Education.
Thank you to my Pizza fam, and shout out to Sabrina M, my Ruby for life.
Shane Sagisi from Kresge with a BA in Legal Studies.
Shout out to the Asian Pacific Islander Student Alliance fam and the Motivation Conference fam. Thank you guys.
Nikki Brooke Usui, affiliated with Porter, BA in Art.
I just want to say thank you to my family and friends and NSCS, who's become my second family.
Delina Tai, Crown College, with a BS in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology.
Thanks my parents for who can't make it today, and my friends out there, you guys make the conference experience fun. Congratulations 2014.
Stephanie Trump, affiliated with Crown, BS in Molecular Cellular and Development Bio.
Thank you for my family that couldn't make it today, and shout out to 711 Bistro.
Jennifer Tran from Merrill College with a BS in MCD Biology.
I would like to thank my friends and family for supporting me through everything.
Amanda Lee, College 8 affiliated, Sociology.
Hi, I want to say I love you, CASA forever, Korean American Student Association. Hi.
Tiffany D. Lamb from College 10 with a BA in Sociology.
I used to be hella antisocial, but like I joined CASA and it was great. So yeah.
Fortino Yen, College 10 affiliated, BS in Molecular Cellular Development Biology.
I want to thank my parents and friends, and I love CASA. 사랑해.
Allison Lau from College 10 with a BA in Math.
I would like to thank my family and the math department for never giving up on me.
Simon Boo, Oaks affiliated, BA in Politics.
Hi, I want to thank HSA for being such a great organization.
Nit N. Sabra From Crown College with a BA in Psychology and Legal Studies.
I want to thank you, my family, friends, and the wonderful faculty that we have here at UCSC for making this possible. Thank you.
Rochelle Tallman, College Aid affiliated BS in Marine Bio.
I would just like to thank my friends and family for their support these last 4 years.
Lisa Vo from College 8. College 8 with a BA in Psychology.
I want to thank my housemates from this year and last year for being awesome, and VSA.
Alexandria Chavez, College 9 affiliated BS in Biology.
I'd just like to thank my friends and family.
Millicent Liu from College 9 with a BS in Biology.
I just wanted to give a big thanks to my friends and family who have supported me throughout my 4 years here at UCSC. Thank you.
Anna Yu, College 9 affiliated BS in Biology.
I'd like to say thanks to my friends and family who've gotten me this far.
Kelly Tam from College 9 with a BA in Business Management and Economics, minoring in Psychology.
I'd like to thank all my wonderful friends and family who have supported me all these 4 years.
Wendy Mo, College 8 affiliated BA in Environmental Studies / Biology combined major.
I just want to say thank you to all my friends who've been there for me since day one, and big shout out to my BSA family, and especially UT. Thank you.
Lisa Chen from Crown College with a BS in MCD Biology, minoring in Chemistry.
I'd like to thank all my friends and family.
Belvi Kaur, Merrill affiliated BS in Molecular Cellular and Development Biology.
I'd like to thank my family, my friends, my mentors for helping me achieve my goal. Thank you so much, Betsy, for being here. I love you.
Wayne Chan from College 9 with a BA in Environmental Economics.
Shout out to all my friends and people I met this year and in college, and Casa Pride.
Annie Quag, Merrill affiliated BA in Psychology.
Thank you to my family and friends in CASA for an amazing 3 years.
Daniel Yee, College 9 with a BA in Business Management and Economics, minoring in Technology.
I'd like to thank my friends and family.
Wilson Tan, affiliated with College 9, BA in Psychology, and minor in Education.
I want to thank my friends, family, and everyone here.
Tom Check, College 10. From College 10 with a BA in Literature.
To my family, thank you so much. Thank you, Nancy. Congratulations, class of 2014. Go Slugs.
Lena Chen, BA in Environmental Economics.
I would like to thank my family and friends and mostly my housemates for being there for me all the time.
Bailey Lee from College 10 with BA in Sociology.
I would like to thank my friends and family for all their love and support.
Lisa Zhu, BA in Psychology.
I would like to thank my family, my friends, and my boyfriend for supporting me through this journey.
Ivania Reformo, College 10 with a BS in MCD Biology.
I'd like to thank my family who couldn't be here today, my friends, my Tehao Nui family, and congratulations, class of 2014.
Alexis Ura, College 9 affiliated BA in Environmental Studies.
I'd like to thank my friends, my grandma, my grandpa, my dad, and my mom who are here with me today. I'm walking for you, and also my Tehao Nui family.
Stella Yu from Oaks College with a BA in Art.
Thank you.
Elaine Chen, affiliated with Oaks, BA in Psychology and minor in Education.
I just wanted to thank everyone for coming and congrats to the class of 2014.
Vicky Vu from Oaks College with a BA in Business Management Economics with emphasis on accounting.
I'd like to thank friends and families and UCSC.
Lisa Lee, affiliated with College 10, BA in Environmental Studies.
I would like to thank my families and friends for their unconditional love and support all through these years.
Aaron Pancho Mike Young from College Merrill with a BA in Economic Business Management.
Hi, Mom. How are you doing today? I'll see you later.
Raymond Tam, College 10 affiliated BS in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology. Oh, minor in Education and Science.
I'd like to thank all my friends and family and all the support and everything. Thank you.
Komen Ning from College 9 with a BS and MCD Biology.
Thank you to my friends and family.
Karen Marks, College 9 affiliated BA in Business Management.
I'd like to thank everyone I crossed paths with in the past 4 years. I wouldn't be the same person I am without you guys. Thanks.
Peggy Lee from College 10 with a BS in MCD Biology, minoring in Economics.
Z Yang, affiliated with Kresge. Affiliated with Kresge, BS in Business Management, Economics, and Technology Information Systems.
Thanks all my friends for being here. Thank you to APERC for having such an amazing event and allowing me to be here. And thank you to all the guest speakers for giving me all your wisdom. Shout out CSA, shout out Chairman Kai.
Vicky Liu from Oaks College. Oaks College with a BA in Business Management and Economics.
I want to thank my family, my friends, my housemates, and CSA!
Rose Kwong. Affiliated with Oaks, BA in Business Management and Economics.
I just wanted to thank UCSC and CSA for allowing me to meet some of the most amazing and awesome people in my life.
Thomas Chu. From College 10 with a BA in Sociology.
Friends, family, school, shout outs to CSA, SCDB, my peeps Emmy Law and Philip Wong, SCDB, and my boy Jason Lowe for his support, never ending. Love you, baby.
Annie Ding. College 10 affiliated BA in Business Management Economics.
Shout out to family, friends, CSA, and everyone else who's made an impact in my life.
Jennifer Yee. From College 10 with a BA in Environmental Studies.
I want to thank my parents and CSA.
Deanna Lee Young. College 8 affiliated BS in Marine Biology.
I want to thank you, my friends, family, my boyfriend, and CSA for all the support.
Olivia Jane. From Oaks College with a BA in Business Management and Economics.
I want to thank all my family, friends. Ooh, this is fun. And especially CSA!
Nick Ho. Affiliated with Merrill College, BA in Biology.
I'd like to thank my Dragon Ball family and CSA.
Jason Lowe. From Oaks College with a BA in Psychology. Aw, Jason.
I'd like to thank Dragon Boat family as well as my Bixie's cat. That's it.
Patrick Chu. Affiliated with Merrill, BA in Psychology.
Thank you, CSA. Thank you, SCDB. And thank you, future housemates.
Christina Leo Aloha Choi from Merrill College with a BS in MCD Biology.
Mahalo to my ohana.
Camille Season Escalona. Affiliated with Crown College, BS in Chemistry.
I just want to thank my family, my friends, my boyfriend, and the chemistry department here at UCSC.
Jennifer Rye from College 8 with a BS in MCD Biology.
I'd like to thank my friends, family, and most importantly, God, and 226 Calvin.
Zercha. Affiliated with Oaks College, BS in Molecular Cellular and Developmental.
Hey, I
would just like to thank everybody for being here and say congrats to the class of 2014.
Carl Vincent Rubio from College Oaks with a BA in Economics and Politics.
I just want to say thank you all. Pinoy proud. Maraming salamat.
Philip Lai, College 10 affiliated, BA in Sociology, minor in Education.
I'd like to thank everyone who helped me get here. I failed many classes, but I finally made it.
Ha Nguyen. From Oaks College with a BA in Psychology.
I'd like to thank my friends, family, and advisors.
Ronalyn Garcia, Merrill affiliated, BS in Biology.
Yeah, Ronalyn!
Hello guys, I'm sorry. I would like to thank all my friends and family and all the UCSC faculty that make it happen. Thank you.
Annie Wong from College 9 with a BA in Sociology, minoring in Theater of Arts.
All right. Thank you to all my friends and families who've always been my motivation and inspiration to stay strong, like Annie Wong.
Shirley Shan, College 8 affiliated, BS in MCD Bio.
I want to thank my friends and family, but especially my housemates that always deals with my crazy and awkwardness.
Catherine Panopio from College 10. From College 10 with a BS in Human Biology.
I want to thank my parents for being here and all my friends that made this whole experience memorable.
Jessica Jin, affiliated with College 8, BS in Earth Science, Environmental Concentration.
I just want to say thank you to my friends and family.
Sarah Petty Ernos from College 8 with a BS in Bioengineering.
I just want to thank my friends and family for all the support, and congratulations, class of 2014.
Nisha Rajesh Mehta, affiliated with Crown College, BS in Cognitive Science.
I'd just like to thank my mom and dad, ISO, Indian Student Organization on campus, and Learning Support Services. Thank you.
Divya Vaituri from College 8 with a BS and BA in Human Bio and Psychology.
I'd like to thank my family and friends for all their support, and shout out to ISO.
Harbir Mahal, College 9 affiliated, BA in Sociology Intensive.
I just want to thank my family, the Indian Student Organization, the Sikh Student Association, and the Muslim Student Association.
Amandeep Sandhu from College Oaks with a BS and BA in Cognitive Science and Psychology.
I'd like to thank my family who couldn't be here today.
Kaval Ali, affiliated with College 9, BA in Politics, Legal Studies.
I would like to thank my family and friends and ISO for being there for me.
Harmpreet Grill from College 9 with a BS and MCD Biology.
I just want to thank everyone that's been here for me for the past 4 years.
Angela Lua, College 10 affiliated, BS, BA in Cognitive Science, Intensive Sociology.
Mommy, Daddy, 細佬，我好感謝你為我犧牲過嘅，同埋好多謝你個愛一直俾我個愛心同埋支持。我終於大學畢業啦，細佬到你啦。
Jeanette Perez Polito from Merrill College with a BA Italian Studies and History of Art and Visual Culture.
I would like to thank my Casa family, my Kim family, all the orgs that are under SOAR, and all the advisors there, especially Sayo Fujioka, and my family. Thank you.
Chirag Kalasi, College 8 affiliated, BS in MCD Biology.
I would like to thank my friends and family, and Michael and Justin, and my best friend.
Lena Huyn from College 9 with a BS in MCD Biology.
Cindy Yu, affiliated with Oaks College, BS in major in biology, minor in psychology.
Jessica Tran from Crown College with a BS in biology and psychology.
Denise No, BA in environmental economics.
Joseph Tam. From Merrill College with a BS in biology.
Thank you, friends and family, for all your support. APRIC for this wonderful, place. Yeah, and CSA. Woo, woo, woo.
Kay Zhang. Crown College affiliated, BS in electrical engineer, minor in computer science.
I think I'm the last one, so I want to thank you everyone here for coming, and especially my parents, friends. Lastly, CSA is like my second family, and thank you.
Congratulations, class of 2014!
Somebody take some group photos and send it to me. I wish, if I had my camera, I'd take a selfie, but all right. Okay, so I'm Nancy Kim, and I'm the director of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. And I'm also a UCSC alum, so slugs for life. In preparing for my closing remarks every year, I'm often inspired by what my children are into. I have a 10-year-old son who is over there. Hey, JJ. and also a 2.5-year-old daughter. And so I was thinking about, what am I going to say? What am I going to, what am I have the theme about? And it came to me as my daughter demanded to listen to the same soundtrack in our commute, the soundtrack of Frozen. And by the way, in case you don't know, the songs were written by Robert Lopez, the first Filipino-American to win an Academy Award. So that's significant as well. So the movie has some real-life lessons, I felt, that you could take with you into your next phase of life as you reach another horizon, another beginning. That's the theme, right? Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, the first lesson, can you guess? Let it go. Okay, I'm not gonna sing it. All right. Okay, it's the moment in the movie when Queen Elsa has an epiphany. It's when she finally stopped trying to conceal her true self. It's when she found her power, when she claimed her power. And that's about embracing your gift. The same gift that Professor Ogawa talked about as well. Embracing your gift, your talent, your passion. So when you go out into the world, remember that you shouldn't worry too much about what others expect you to be. Don't conceal, don't feel. That's a quote from the movie. Claim your power, okay? The second lesson, and it's actually kind of a two-part lesson. The second lesson, part one, build a snowman, even when there is no snow. Okay. Create, be resourceful, play. The second part is to be the snowman. Okay, so the snowman in the movie, Olaf, he wanted to know what summer was like, and he wanted to see and experience what snowmen never see or experience, right? So Olaf, be like Olaf, dream and be bold about thriving in places that you've been told you don't belong, like a snowman in summertime. Maybe there were times that you were told, or maybe you didn't felt like you completely belonged at UCSC or in college, but you survived and you thrived. And that's important. So be the snowman. The third and the most important message that I feel is that a true act of love will save you. Love for your family. Oh, God. Today's all emotional. My goodness. Okay. Love for your family, love for your community, and love for yourself. Okay. Earlier this year, we've had some losses. There's been violence in college communities, but at UCSC, we lost a student leader from ISO, Krish Patel. And there's just a lot of pain, I think, in the larger world, in connection to our own lives. And to get through these tragedies, I hold on to that message, a true act of love. And I hold on to the legacy of love that was left by two phenomenal women who passed away recently as well, Maya Angelou and Yuri Kochiyama. And I'm so glad that Katrina talked about Yuri Kochiyama. She dedicated her life to improving the lives of others, crossing ethnic and cultural boundaries to organize for social justice. And it's so funny because I'm using the same quote that Katrina used, but I'm going to say it again because it's very important. Yuri Kochiyama said, "Life is not what you alone make it. Life is the input of everyone who touched your life and every experience that entered it. We are all a part of one another." Class of 2014, you are all part of one another. And you all taught me that only true acts of love for their communities and for all people and their passion for social justice, that is what will get us through from dusk to dawn. See the thing? Okay. So congratulations, 2014. And remember the 3 lessons from Frozen. Let it go. Build a snowman, be the snowman. And number 3, only an act of true love will save us all. And congratulations again, 2014.